Hi, I'm Giovanni, and our group is the Lakota Sioux, and we are going to talk to you about some fun facts. Did you know the Lakota lived in the Great Plains, and their main source of food is buffalo? Talk about food. Sam will talk to you about their main source of food.
The buffalo hunt was a big part of the Lakota life. It provided everything, seriously. The Lakota made all the weapons from deer antlers, buck antlers, and buffalo. The men made all the weapons from hand, but the buffalo is basically all they ate. They used every part of the body, seriously, I'm not kidding, every part. When they had all their weapons made, it was time to hunt. The Lakota took their horses and went to find the pack of buffalo. They knew the pack were close because they followed the pack wherever they went. When they got close, they took wolfskin and put it on their backs because the buffalo weren't afraid of the wolves. So they crouched down and slowly walked towards the pack of buffalo, and bang, they shot their bow and arrow. When they got home, they set it out to dry, and when it was dry, it was made into beef jerky and a lot of other different things. The buffalo hunt was a huge part of the Lakota life.
Okay, that wasn't that interesting. Now I will talk to you about the ceremony and winter count. The ceremony is a big part of the Lakota religion, and there are dancers called sun dancers that dance around a fire that represent gods. And that when they are done, they have a big feast to celebrate. And now the winter count, on the other hand, is when at the end of every year they write down spiritual events and like what happened on a piece of buffalo skin. Now, time for Miles to talk to you about the trivias, taming the horse, and the coop stick.
The Travis is a carrier that can carry people, food, and their belongings. The Lakota Sioux use their Travis for carrying their meat home from buffalo hunting. Before the horses arrived, the Travis was often pulled by dogs, taming the horse. In the 1600s, some horses ran away from their Spanish owners. The horses ran freely away in the Great Plains. By the 1700s, the Lakota were taming the horses. Many became experts at breeding, training, and riding. Coop stick. Standing Bear would have a special weapon called coop stick. Coop stick is a French word for strike or hit, and it would injure the person and not kill somebody.
Time for Megan to talk to you about the pottery.
Let's take a look into the teepee. You can see a woman making beautiful pottery. She makes the pottery while the men are out hunting buffalo. When she is done making her pottery, she will set it out to dry beside the teepee. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the women's roles. They cooked and they cleaned. The women were in charge of the house too, dragging the heavy poles and setting them up. Last, they had to drape buffalo hide around the poles. They also collected herbs for medicine.
Okay, they have pretty good art, don't you think? Last but not least, Emily will talk to you about their houses and a little bit more food.
The Lakota lived in teepees, and to make they used hides and sticks, buffalo hide and sticks. The woman made the teepees. Teepees mean the place where a person lives, and the teepee was large enough for the entire family. The teepees kept you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. They always had a fire burning, and the fire is right there. And since they had a fire, they had a smoke hole to let the smoke out, and some of the other food than jerky. They ate cherries.